Why hello everyone, Sean here, and welcome to another channel update. This time for May 2021. It's that time of the month again, so I am here to talk about what we're going to do for May, and we'll be looking back on April. So let's get the important stuff out of the way, like we did last time. So what we're going to do for May. Right away, top of my head, I definitely would like to try to see if I am in the mood for Miitopia, which is the upcoming RPG with the Mii characters, right? It does look, kind of cute, kind of adorable in that sense because you get to use your Mii characters as the characters for the game. There's always that sort of feeling where you can have a piece of yourself being in the game. Kind of like how other games that feature character creation systems, like basketball and like those other types of sports games and whatnot, especially with the Mii's, right? That was pretty much the same thing with Wii Sports, Wii Party, you name it. All those games that feature Mii characters. I've always been a sucker for that, and so Miitopia is kind of up there in my alley. So wanted to see if I'm in the mood for spending $15 to go get a Miitopia. Pretty sure that'll be a fun time to sort of get into, and so hopefully it'll justify the purchase. Hopefully they'll, even if I when I do get the game, hopefully the game will be fun. If I do, I will try to probably do like a quicker format of the review, just me talking over some gameplay, kind of like what I did with Pokemon. What was it? Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, that game. In the past, so that's the kind of format I would like to go for. That will probably be what I'm going to be sticking with if I do play Miitopia and get a good amount of the gameplay for me to form an opinion about it. So that will be definitely something up there for May. But right around early May, maybe late April, I would like to try to start to do my Monster Hunter Rise review. Wanted to get around to it sooner, but things were kind of popping up for me, so especially with the vaccine shot that I got early on, which I will talk about later on. But I wanted to get around to doing Monster Hunter Rise review, since I've got a good amount of that in my system now, so I'm definitely more than ready to get that thing done. So I already have the script, so I'm going to be going to do the same or similar format to what I did with Cyberpunk for that review, so it'll definitely be likely in that sort of format. So please look forward to that one. Hopefully that'll be coming out by the end of April / early May. Those are the ones for sure that are going to happen for right around that May time window. So really, other than that, your usual podcasts and the Hawk Talk videos and all that stuff, nothing really I do have in mind that I might want to try or anything like that. Just kind of more spontaneous stuff. If I want to try it, yeah, I'll go for it. But that's really what I got for May, what's coming up, which is just Miitopia, honestly, because there aren't really other games that I do want to try out or buy. I know it's that time for Resident Evil Village, but not really a big gamer on Resident Evil, so I rather would just watch other people play it. That's just my sort of mindset on that kind of game anyway. So that's kind of where I am with Resident Evil. Now it's cool, it's been hype around Village, especially with Lady Dimitrescu. So we all know how people are thirsty for her. Very popular just from all the promotions, all the screenshots, all the memes, you know what I mean? So definitely May will be a big month for the Resident Evil fans, right? And all the people on Twitter alike. So anyway, there's that for May. So if anything else comes up in mind, there's been some more footage for me to work with for Pokemon, all the Pokemon card openings I've done in the past. So I still have to get around those. So some of those may be peeking into May, but some of them will pop up in by the end of April as well. But anyway, so now we're at that point where I can tell you guys how I've been and kind of go bounce back and forth of what I'm going to be doing, stuff like that. But anyway, how I've been doing, still hanging in there. There's been some changes that sort of happen again with my work life in a way. So I don't know if I talked about it here. Oh yeah, I did. It's just popped in my head. So for those who don't know already, the first warehouse I was working at for my warehouse job, part time in the past, has been going through some changes, and now it's at the point where now it's actually going to shut down, unfortunately, for business reasons, which I won't go into too much, but it's solely business. There's no drama or anything like that. There's no weird, very personal sort of thing going on between certain parties of people or anything like that. It's purely business, and that's all there is to it. Unfortunate, but I get to work at a warehouse that's significantly closer to my home, so it actually works out for me. And in fact, I have already been working at that warehouse not too long ago. Recently, I've been starting to work there, on that sort of warehouse grind again, which I will get into why in a bit. But basically, it's the same job, but different location, and of course, there's different people. They're all nice. They're very friendly. They're not, like snarky or, well, snarky in the maybe in a funny sense, but not snarky in like a asshole kind of way. No, everyone wants to be there to, do their business. Help put bread on the table or whatever goals they want to meet, that sort of thing. But everyone's have been super friendly to me. The staff, they have been pretty helpful so far with this whole new thing that's going on. That warehouse admittedly has been a little chaotic because it's been going through a lot of changes as well. So a lot of changes has been going on with Amazon in a lot of angles. So, but despite that, the people are still friendly. I kind of adapted fairly quickly. There are a lot of things in different locations. There's a lot of different things that are quite distinguishing in comparison to the other warehouse I used to work at. It was in that one was in Santa Monica. The other one is now in Redondo Beach, which is a lot closer to where I am, since I do live within the South Bay area. So there is that. Again, it's a lot closer to me. It's like a 10-minute drive, and so it all works out for me in my favor, definitely. And also, the frequency and the chances of me getting shifts and stuff like that is a lot easier. There's plenty of those to go around, at least for right now anyway. Hopefully that won't change. Hopefully that will stay consistent for a very long time. And then, just, I don't know. The fact that it is closer and all that stuff, it is really nice. One thing I do have to still get used to is working in the freezer. So for those who don't know, it's the the whole food market side of things. So we do groceries. We, instead of like working with all the gear and the toys and all the gadgets and stuff like that people buy on Amazon, we work with food. So we try to get those 2-hour delivery windows done and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like almost like grocery shopping for people in a way, kind of. You can think of it that way. But so this warehouse has a big freezer, and that's where a lot of the frozen foods and the meat and all that stuff is in there. So I had to I had to put my suit on for the very first time for 2 hours, right? Stay in there for 2 hours and get all the orders done for the frozen food orders. And so that was quite the experience so far. it's not too horrible. Now it is, yeah, for those who hate the cold, yeah, I mean, you'll definitely feel that. But funny enough, I can see my eyelashes and my eyebrows like kind of frosting up a bit, so they're freezing. So quite the experience. I'm not like shivering cold since I do have a suit on. It's almost like it's like one of those like mechanic, the work suits or whatever that mechanics have on, but obviously more heft to it. So anyway, it's kind of like that. But anyway, quite the experience, like I said, and not too bad if you just work 2 hours, and then the rest of my hours, since I'm part time, is not too long. So not too bad overall. Still, like I said, it's the same job, same different location, except that it's a lot closer to me. So the gas is definitely a non-issue at this point. So that works for me, and my mileage won't go up as much. In the past, I had to drive 16 miles every single day, there and back, so 32 miles altogether every time I went there. And I actually used to work like 4 days a week, but it's on a part-time basis. But I still had to make the 16 mile drive no matter what. Anyway, because of the changes, I work at a warehouse that is a lot closer to me now. It did suck because, or I thought it sucked because of not being able to see my old coworkers again at the first warehouse. But turns out that a lot of the coworkers from that warehouse in Santa Monica are actually moving over to the same warehouse that I'm working at currently now. So that actually works out. I've seen at least two of my coworkers already. I heard they told me that there's just gonna be more of them coming to the warehouse, and I'm just like, whoo, all right. I could see them again. I could see some familiar faces, right? You know what I mean? So I've already been seeing some, and so that works out for me. So yeah, hope I get to see them soon enough. So the actual transition is going to happen in May, I believe. So soonish, I have to go over there for one last time to clean up my locker. So that's going to be an interesting little trip there again. But I will, for one last time at least, have an excuse to go to the Santa Monica warehouse. I will miss it. When I first worked there was a lot of people there, a lot of really cool people to like kind of hang out and chat right during the work hours. And unfortunately, a lot of them have gone and went. You know what I mean? So. But at least I got the pleasure to get to know them, and they were really cool. You know what I mean? Like a good number of them were talking about like games and movies and stuff like that. So funny enough, I still have seen one of them at the same grocery store that I go to or I frequent at times. So funny enough, yeah, I see him around. So very funny in that sense. But everyone else though was really cool. I do miss them, at least to some degree, and I do wish the best of luck to them who have left already. But for everyone else that I get to see again, hey, cool, So I heard that even one of the managers at the warehouse, the first warehouse, is already transferred to the warehouse I currently work at. So so it's funny how all that works out. Life is just kind of funny that way, how it works sometimes, but that's just how it be, man. That's just life for you. So anyway, that's just what's been going on. So it's not too bad. A lot more emphasis on the refrigerator and the freezer. So I do have to take off my glasses because the mask, the face covering mask, does fog up my glasses. So it's better for me to take off my glasses and go out that way, because everything is kind of like readable or legible up close anyway. I'm more nearsighted, so it kind of works out, I guess, in a way. And I'm not that blind to where I don't know where I'm going, anything like that. There's a lot of colors and stuff like that, so it's a little distinguishable of where I'm going, in that sense. So for right now, I actually operate without my glasses, for the most part, unless I'm outside the refrigerator and the freezer, of course. Then I can put on my glasses, but I can kind of go back and forth sometimes, so it is a little frustrating in that sense. But hopefully there will be a solution. I bought myself a anti-fog spray for my glasses, but I don't know if that's gonna work, or I don't know if I have to put like multiple coats on or anything like that on my glasses, or the lens on my glasses or not. We'll see. It it wouldn't be that much of a hindrance. Yeah, obviously the face mask is a factor, but we have to wear them because of COVID and stuff like that to make sure we don't, none of us catch anything like that. So obviously we are all still doing the safety measures of the pandemic. So everyone's been following that. So that's, of course, good. Really assuring that I don't get sick, no one else gets sick, anything like that. Infections, don't really happen frequently. So that is very relieving in that sense. But yeah, otherwise, like I said, it's the same job, different location, and I am more than happy to make that transition. So it all kind of worked out, I guess. So it would have been nice to kind of do it on my own terms, but I definitely don't have a choice. So, but at least it still works out for me. So yeah. Sorry if I'm being a little chatty about my work life, but there is something more to it than that. And for those who have been keeping up with my work life, I'm a video editor on the side, and of course, I work on this YouTube channel all by myself pretty much nowadays, especially now, recent times and all that stuff. But that's okay because that's my hobby. I love doing video editing and stuff like that. And previously, I used to frequently do freelance work with Panda Global, or now they just are just Panda at this point. So with Panda, I used to help out with a lot of the FGC videos, FGC focused videos. The biggest one that I was able to garner was, or just edit, yeah. The biggest one I was able to edit was the Footsies video featuring Justin Wong, Punk, and KZK. And funny enough, that was like the video I had the most fun editing. Like, I love the personalities that were given out in the video, so it kind of all just flowed together. It flowed so well, and it really shows too in the view count. And I had the channel manager really talk about that to me and mention that to me when that first happened, and I thought, wow, that's really cool. And that was kind of a sort of a frequent topic every time we had an online meeting, which still amazes me because that's something I edit, and I just didn't think that it would reach that high of the view count, but it all kind of worked out. You know what I mean? So that's something I felt like it was a good accomplishment under my belt. And yeah, so that was cool. But unfortunately, there's been some changes that have been happening with Panda. And so that led to a lot of us editors, the part-time editors, to pretty much be kind of like the extra, like on the bench sort of editors. We used to be a pretty big chunk of that, the editing and stuff like that for the Panda Global YouTube channel. But now, with the changes that have come, with the changes and stuff like that, there has been a change in focus. So that's why they're only going to be having the contract video editors doing all the work. And if any extra help is needed at hand, then they'll call us or ping us in Discord, and that's how we do it. So unfortunately, the frequency of those videos for me to edit won't come as much, unfortunately. I'd be lucky to have something once a month, but it just seems like right now there really isn't going on for fighting games. Hopefully that will pick up in June. There's a lot of stuff going on in June for gaming and alone. So there's Guilty Gear Strive, there's Final Fantasy Integrate and stuff like that, which definitely will be something I will be checking out. But anyway, well, both of them at that. But GG Strive is definitely something they'll probably need help for, and I'll be more than happy to lend my hand for that, because I'll be getting GG Strive myself. I do like it. I do like the game so far for what it is. I played the beta and I had a lot of fun with it, including the online portion of things. Not for the online lobby, but the actual online matches. I had a lot of fun with those. So I'll be more than happy to get those done if needed, of course, if the extra hands are needed. But other than that, it sucks that the decision had to come. But I will respect their decisions. It is they are a business and they have to act like a business. And so they just they had to have that decision made, and I'm sure that it wasn't their intention to just leave us behind or anything like that, but we're still there are still a number of us around. They gave us a choice whether to leave the whole thing or stick around if there's extra hands needed. So I already have my foot at the door, so I'm like, why not? I can keep my foot at the door, and if you guys need my extra hands, I'm here. So yeah, but at least I get to kind of focus on the new warehouse right now, so I can kind of get used to it, and then what I mean, so I can kind of adjust from there. So but anyways, that's been my work life so far. Kind of been up and down, right? I get to work at a closer warehouse, but meanwhile with Panda, my freelance stuff will be a lot less frequent, let's just say. Let's put it that way. But I'm still, I still have my foot at the door for Panda, like I said. So that is still something, at least. And I was able to at least get something done in the past with Panda. And that was a very cool experience. And at least I got to be a part of that some way or somehow. And working with, indirectly with the Smash players has been a really neat experience. And at least I have that under my belt. So maybe the next time I'm looking around for something, I have that, and maybe some esports company will be like, "Ooh, he was with Panda," and all that fun stuff. Anyways, enough about that. Been pretty interesting so far. Meanwhile, I've been getting some more stuff, including the Pokemon cards. Been continuing to open them packs. It's been really fun, especially with battle styles. I've opened a good number of them at this point. Been getting some good deals, as I search across the internet. So I had to take the opportunity to snag those battle styles products, including the booster boxes. There was one booster box I got for $100, so I'm actually going to open that one soon as I record this. Hopefully next week, actually, for a stream. So for those who don't know already, I do stream Pokemon card openings. So if you want to tune into that, it is twitch.tv/hawk525. The link is always in the description below, so if you want to check me out there. I give out code cards by the end of the streams, so if you want to get some free online cards, I definitely have those, or you have the chance to get those codes and to get some free cards from there, digital cards anyway. But yeah, mainly I love opening cards. It's just fun to pull some great cards and collect them, put them into the folder behind me, and just stare at them when I feel like it. So it's been a really good feeling to get back into Pokemon cards. I think this year was a really good year to come back to Pokemon cards, as it is strange to say, because the pandemic makes things a lot harder to find Pokemon cards, but the 25th anniversary is here for Pokemon, so that's why the card set is going to be absolutely on fire. I hope not in a literal sense, but anyway, the upcoming set, I really can't wait as well. which is Chilling Reign. Chilling Reign is going to be definitely going to be a highly collectible set because of the legendary birds, all the Galarian stuff, right? The Galarian legendary birds, but yeah, the alternate arts. There's Blaziken in there as well. The new legendary Pokemon from Crown Tundra. I forget his name or her name. I believe it's him, but anyway, forget his name is like Calyrex or something like that. The one who rides on like either a horse. Yeah, so it's like the king Pokemon or something like that. He's got that big thing on his head. Anyway, he will be in the set as well. So obviously, if you like that kind of Pokemon, definitely the one to get. And there are a lot of alternate arts this time around that are really cool. And also, Celebi is in the set as well. So if you want to get some Celebi stuff, that's also a good collection opportunity to collect stuff. Excuse me, to get that Chilling Reign. I already got three booster boxes pre-ordered from Collector's Cash, so definitely have something going on over the next few weeks whenever that set releases in June. So definitely cannot wait. I would like to get one more booster box after that, along with the trader boxes. I have not pre-ordered those yet. I'll probably get those from my local card store. So that is definitely the plan. So definitely something going on, a lot going on in June. Definitely, May will be that dead period. At least for me, anyway. There's not any cards for me to chase or not chase, buy. You know what I mean? Because I want to save up my money for Chilling Reign. So I think May will probably be the dry spell for a little bit. But yeah, that's just how it be. So, but meanwhile, there are plenty of footage for me to go through, so I can put out those videos for May for Pokemon cards. So you'll see me open up Pokemon cards on YouTube. There are some other products that are coming, so I may be opening those only for YouTube. So look out for those. So yeah, that's So that's the gist of the Pokemon cards. Been really great, especially with Shining Fates. After being able to get a good amount of that with MSRP, I was able to pull the biggest card in Shining Fates, that most highly valued card so far anyway in Shining Fates, and I pulled that sucker during a stream. So you can take a wild guess as to what that is. I will definitely we'll be putting out that video soon enough, hopefully. So very happy with that pull, let's just put it that way. I was very giddy right after, and I actually got lightheaded during that stream because of me pulling that card. I just could not believe it. So man, I was super excited. I was in utter shock. Anyways, that happened. So yeah, you can definitely say that Pokemon cards have been treating me pretty well, and I definitely cannot wait for the next set, which is Chilling Reign. Definitely cannot wait what they're going to be doing for the 25th anniversary set. And I just remember it's going to be June, which means E3. Man, that's a lot happening for June. It is jam-packed, guys. Jeez Louise. Wow. I just remember that. Anyway, anything else? Oh yeah, so I actually got something new right behind the camera, which is the Elgato Key Light Air, I guess. So it's the LED light that shines down you, and you can light up your face and stuff like that, make your videos look good or your streams look good. It's like they're a fancy little key light, and you can control it with your phone, which is actually pretty cool. So I kind of did that earlier. I am actually using it right now to light up my face, in order to make the video a lot more pleasant to I guess to check out, I guess. But anyway, I do like it so far for what it is. I kind of wish the initial connectivity would be a lot easier, but I guess it is what it is. And now I can control the light with my phone, which is a lot more convenient than getting up and hitting the switch and adjust the knobs manually by hand. But those are my older lights. I do still use my older LED lights to, you know, do all the lighting and stuff like that, which still works for me. I definitely will still have more mileage out of those, but the Elgato key light behind this camera right here definitely will be a part of my toolkit. Definitely has been really helpful so far. You know, I've been using it for a few hours now. I just got it today as I record this, and yeah, so there you go. Funny enough, also I opened some Pokemon cards today during an earlier stream as I record this. So yeah, been gaining some good stuff, you know, for myself. So yeah, been actually liking my sort of video setup as of late. You know, I got this Sony Alpha A6400 mirrorless camera. Really been treating me really well. I love the autofocusing, very fast. And what's plugged into that camera is the H1N, the Zoom H1N. I'm just using it as a mic, right? It's not recording or anything like that. It's directly connected to the camera, so it's picking up all the audio as we speak. So that's how. That's the mic that I'm using right now. So pretty amazing. It's all in one thing. It's a lot easier to just edit and stuff like that, and you know, fun stuff. So, anything else that's been going on with me? Oh, very important thing that happened for April was my first vaccine shot. So I finally got my first vaccine shot during early April, which is April 8th. And my second dose will actually be right around next week as I record this. So wish me luck on that one. And I definitely have my time off planned around that time window when it comes to the vaccine shot. You know, just in case I feel tired or get a little fever and stuff like that, or any other side effects that come with the second shot, I am prepared for that, for any day off or like that. So yeah. Definitely cannot wait to get that done in order for me to be safe along with my whole family. My family's been getting their vaccine shots. My mom got her first shot as well. I got mine with Pfizer. I guess, you know, if that really matters or anything like that. But my mom got Moderna. My sister will be scheduling hers hopefully soon, but she'll be getting her shot. Nonetheless, she's been asking me about like what happens with your first shot and stuff like that. So definitely she has some sort of nervousness going on. But you know, I just tell her like, hey, you know, you get sore and something, you'll probably be tired, but that's about it. You know, that's because of what happened with me. My first shot, I just felt tired all of a sudden after a few days from that shot. The initial effect was just soreness on my arm. That's it. But other than that, a few days after, I felt suddenly tired, so I just took a nap, and that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Nothing else much to it. So my second shot, though, yes, that will make or break or something, whatever. It'll definitely either be nothing or there's something going to be happening for sure. But it's all for, you know, staying safe from the COVID-19 virus. And good amount of my friends have now been getting the vaccine shot as well. So we're all getting there. So definitely you know, reassuring that we all are staying safe from the pandemic of things. So yeah, right after that though, right after the first shot, I found because this was taking place at a Target, so you know where that's going. There was a shelf by the self-checkout aisle, excuse me. The self-checkout aisle shelves were filled with Pokemon cards, so pretty much shows that I imagine this light emulating from the cards, like oh, you know, I was like, oh my god, a shelf full of Pokemon cards. I've never seen this in a long time, as someone who has been struggling to find anything from retail stores. I was able to get myself, 2 boxes of the Pikachu V box, collectors boxes or whatever, and yeah, that has Shining Fates booster packs in there, which got me some pretty decent pulls. I will say I'm not gonna complain about those, but yeah, man, all my shopping has been done online. Most of those Pokemon cards I've been getting online, man, and I've been getting pretty lucky about that. And I do feel good about that as well. So that is something, to celebrate about, I guess, in a way. And so yeah, in that sense, I do definitely feel good about that. So there is that. Yeah, so it's like funny in a way. It's like, oh yeah, you got your first shot. Oh yeah, here's some Pokemon cards at MSRP. It's like, all right, cool. In a way, funny story behind that because I just walked up to the shelf. I'm like, oh my god, I ran me some Hidden Fates, and right when I did, I kind of hesitate too. So I was like too shocked. I was like, this shelf full of Pokemon cards. And then right when I grabbed it and I stared at this Gyarados tin that had Hidden Fates packs in there, the worker was like, "Sorry, dude. There's a line outside." I'm like, "Oh shoot, my bad, dude. I didn't know, man." He's like, "All right, don't worry about it. It's cool. Just stand out in line. It's outside." I'm like, "All right, man. No worries or whatever. It's all cool. It's all good. I'll stand outside and wait." Talked to some people along the way, which is pretty cool. They love Pokemon cards as well. And whatchamacall, by the time I got to the shelf, unfortunately, a lot of people took all the stuff that I wanted, which is the Hidden Fates stuff. But that's where I got the 2 Pikachu boxes that has Shining Fates. So pretty cool. Definitely something to be happy about. You know what I mean? But fortunately, I was able to get myself the Gyarados tins through online shopping not too long ago. It was like a few nights ago. So yeah, at MSRP. So I'm getting more Hidden Fates. That's been treating me pretty well. I just opened some today again, as I record this. So yeah, Hidden Fates, man, been really fun set to open for me. The Shining Bolt stuff, all the shiny, the full art cards to pull so far. Very cool, very cool. Definitely cannot wait to open more that are coming. But anyway, that's pretty much the gist of things. So I'm gonna quickly go over what we did for April. So as always, we talked about the Hypecast stuff. You know what I mean? And that's been working pretty well. The weekly schedule and stuff like that been working pretty well with Zawa. Fun to record, pretty easy to do, so that's pretty good. Justice League came out. Me and my friend Danny definitely talked about it in a review. Had a fun time doing it. It's good to be back with Danny. In a way, we did it through Discord, so we did a virtual sort of review, collaboration sort of thing about it. So yeah, I mean, it's a good movie, but it's 4 hours, so it's really long for a movie. And of course, it's that being 4 hours, you expect it to be good, but there are a good number of things that could have been cut in the Zack Snyder cut, funny enough, but it's still good for what it is in comparison to the Joss Whedon side of things in comparison. So definitely the 4 hour version is better because of those reasons, but yeah, it's 4 hours. But anyway, I did react to the spring update for Street Fighter 5. Very cool stuff with Rose, Oro, and of course a sneak peek at Akira. And of course, we also talked about Cyberpunk, and of course Godzilla came out. I was very happy to be able to check it out on HBO Max. Anyway, did a review once again with Danny, and also talked about it with Zawa on the Hypecast side of things. Very cool movie for what it is. Very cool monster movie. If you just want to see Godzilla and Kong duking it out, you'll definitely get your money's worth. But I watched it in the comfort of my home. At least there was the option to check it out in theaters, assuming that you do take all the precautions. Oh yeah, there's another I guess set of bad news, I guess you can say. So I almost forgot to talk about this, but you kind of understand why I kind of forgot about it at this point. I did talk about my partnership with Fullscreen ending for this YouTube channel. So I don't want to talk about it too much here, but basically I was a YouTube partner with MCNs throughout my time, and pretty much now that has come to an end. I don't think I'm going to be partnered with any other MCN at this point. I think I will still be a YouTube partner, but just not with any company. Well, that works for me because all they do pretty much at this point is just take a percentage off of your ad revenue. So I get to keep all that money for me. So that works out. I thought about leaving at some point, but yeah, you know, they're kind of doing it for me at this point, and it all kind of works out anyway. But yeah, Fullscreen is gonna let go a lot of the smaller channels, including mine. So it I do see it as a bad thing to some extent, because you know, in the past it's been really helpful, right, with protecting your videos or your gaming videos from copyright claims or wrongful copyright claims. And also the CPM has been really helpful of making it very enticing to, you know, make more videos and get more pocket money out that way. But the CPM has been really changed around nowadays, and you know, that time has passed, and MCNs are kind of like the thing of the past now. So Fullscreen is another one. We all know what happened to with Machinima, you know, so there's that. But either way, I'm okay with it. I can still be me. That's pretty much the gist of things. So yeah. Of course, as I talked about Pokemon cards, I did put out a good number of them for this month. There will be still more coming. Excuse me. Yeah, so there's gonna be a good number of them still in the works. So yeah, look forward to those. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. What we did for the channel. But yeah, like I said, I will try to put out the review videos and stuff like that. I still want to do that one video involving with a certain anime, you know what I mean? But no, the time for that one will come eventually, and I'll get onto it hopefully soon enough. Anyways, maybe that'll be a time to do it in May, since there's not really nothing for me to really desirably play. But yeah, we'll see about that. Anywho, that's the gist of things on my end. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this channel update for May, and a look back on April and how I've been doing all that stuff. Hope you guys been doing well as well in this pandemic of things. Oh yeah, you know, I've been I've been catching Shaman King, the new one, and I did my review on that one. So, all right. Anyways, that's definitely it for realsies, and hope you guys been enjoying the videos on this channel. If you are, leave a thumbs up, and all that fun stuff, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave any comments. It really helps out. You know, trying to make the videos better, or anything different you guys want to see. Go ahead and leave those in the comment section below if you have anything to say about that. But yeah, I'll definitely continue to do my best to hang in there and make stuff happen. So yeah, definitely there is something to look forward to in May for me anyway. Just more videos to work on, I guess. So for this channel anyway. Anyways, until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Sean out.